Welcome back to the channel. I was after King of New York for a long time because I'm a big fan of King of Tokyo. I have the monster box, you can check that in the channel. And I was always curious what was King of New York because I never had the chance to play it. So finally I was able to get it. So it's again from Richard Garfield. You can recognize many things as being similar to King of Tokyo. So the big difference is that the map now is not just a square like in King of Tokyo. It is a rectangle, and to be honest, you don't want to be like the king of New York. It happens in New York, but you want to be the king of Manhattan in order to win. Or Manhattan works here as the center of Tokyo in the other game. But besides Manhattan, you also have other neighborhoods, which we'll see inside. And I will explain a little bit what are the differences and how this game works. So without further ado, let's go and see what is inside the King of New York. So if you like this video, don't forget to leave that like, express that by hitting the like button, and consider subscribing because we are almost at the 3,000 subscribers. So in terms of manual, only 4 pages, although very dense when it comes to text. Okay, I'm just going to give you an overview because I prefer to show you the things when having the components in my hands. That's it. And on top we already have the board itself, which I'm going to open now and explain you how this works. I'm going to put it sideways in order to frame it better here on camera. So 5 neighborhoods, which is Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Manhattan. Okay, so you will start outside Manhattan. You can choose one of these neighborhoods, and then like in the other game, the person that starts immediately will go into Manhattan or center of Tokyo to be the first there. When you are there, when you hit everyone outside. When you are outside, you just hit whoever is inside Manhattan, and could be 2 players. From 5 to 6 players, 2 of them will be automatically inside Manhattan. Okay, and I'm going to show you the differences for the game, because the game is basically the same with some addition to the strategy here. So let's start with the dice. So you will also roll 6 black dice, and you have 2 extra for the extra cards that you give the powers. So in your turn, you roll these dice, and you can re-roll whatever you want 2 more times. Okay, and the things that you can get is the pause here, which is one pause is 1 hit to everyone outside Manhattan or to everyone inside Manhattan. Then you have the money, so this represents the cubes that you see here. That's 1 money, 1 cube, which you will use to buy the cards. This is the cost of the card there. This one would cost 5. I'll show you the cards in the end. Then there is the heart icon, which is curing. It's healing yourself, and for each heart you heal 1 hit point. So far everything is exactly like King of Tokyo. So now I'm going to show you the differences. So you have this star icon. The star icon is worthless unless there is a card here. Let me see if I can find it very quickly, which is this one here. It's an important card for me to show you now, which is the superstar. So there's the concept here of one of the monsters being the superstar, which is if you get 3 stars, you get this card, you become the superstar. 3 stars, superstar. Yeah. Yes, and then once you have this card, every time you get a star, you can keep that as a roll, and you get 1 victory point for winning the game. Okay, so for those who are new to this, you can win this game 2 ways. One way is to be the only monster left, killing all the others, and the other way is to get to 20 points first. So these are the points. If you get to 20, you win. Okay, and you can get these also from the stars. Then the 2 left are this thing, which I always thought this was like a tombstone being broken, but no, it represents a building being destroyed. So yeah, maybe not the best image. And why do you need buildings being destroyed? It's because in all the neighborhoods, I'm just gonna put the die here. In all these neighborhoods, you will have randomly selected amounts of these tiles here, which represents things that you can destroy in your turn. So for example, this building would require two of these things to destroy. Okay, and then if you do that, you get 2 stars. So it's another way of doing points here in this game, which is different from King of Tokyo, is by destroying buildings. Imagine the monsters around New York destroying everything. Whoever destroys more and faster will be the winner. But the thing is, when you destroy one building, it flips to the other side, and then they stay. This side stays there on the neighborhood, and it becomes a unit that is fighting you. Okay? So in this case, this is a jet that will take also 3 hit points. Again, these things here to be killed, and if you kill him, you will get 2 energy, which will be the two resources. So the kind of things that you can destroy, it would be building smaller buildings that would come with jeeps from the army, which would heal you, sorry. And then let's see if I can find. I know there are some differences here. Let's see if I can spot some. There it is. So there's also a building that would heal you once it's destroyed, the hospital. And then on the other side there's a jet, and the units. I don't remember if there are differences in the units. Oh, there it is. So yeah, there's a big building like a skyscraper. Not that doesn't look like a skyscraper, but it takes 3 to be destroyed, and that gives you 3 points. But if you destroy this, you can count there's going to be a tank around you, which is worth 3 more points as well, but it requires 4 now to be destroyed. And so how these things will attack you. Okay, so these things will attack you with this. So if you leave on your last roll, if you leave these kind of icons, if you are as a character, if you are in one of the neighborhoods, if your neighborhood has units, they will attack you. Okay, so you'll get damage for each unit that you have there. But if you somehow roll 2, every monster in your neighborhood, which is you and another one, will be attacked. Not only you, but both. And if you are so unlucky that you get 3 hits, this is called the ouch die. So everyone in the map will be attacked by the units that are around him, and including in Manhattan. So Manhattan also has things to destroy and units that they can appear. So be careful with that. And by the way, there's this card. If you are the first one to get 3, not the first one, every time someone takes 3 hits, he gets this card, which gives you 3 points. But you lose 3 points if you lose the card. So you'll have the Statue of Liberty helping you. Go figure. It's like Ghostbusters 2 movie where the Statue of Liberty, they wake up the statue to help them fighting the ghosts. So is it the same thing here? But I don't recognize this monster here. This Black Panther thing. Okay, anyway. Another thing that is different is every time you go to Manhattan, you, like in the other game, you get 1 point, as you see there. Okay, and there's a movement phase in the end of your turn before you buy cards, which is you can choose which neighborhood you want to be, so you can move around. But the only way for you to get in is by the monster being there leaving. Okay, and then you go in. Once you are in, the only way for you to leave is for another monster to replace you. If you want to leave, it's being hit, and you can decide leaving. That's the only way for you to leave. But once you are there, in the beginning of your turn, if you start your turn in Manhattan for the first time, you get these points there, which is a score 1 and 1 energy. And then on your move phase, in the end of the turn, you'll move up to the center, to Midtown here. Midtown, you see? That means that on the beginning of your next turn, you'll get 2 points and 1 energy. And then if you decide to stay in Manhattan again, you'll move to the upper Manhattan, which will give you 2 points as well, but now 2 energy. So there is an extra incentive to stay there in the center of Tokyo, now Manhattan, because you'll get more and more benefits. Okay, so who are the heroes of this game? So first of all, these are the characters that you will move around, but let me show you with the names. I guess it will be easy for everyone. So you have Draconis, which, well, what is Draconis here? Is he a robot? Someone with an armor? It seems like a kind of dragon monster, but standing at 2 feet, like humanoid dragon. But he has some kind of technology. You can see there's a huge rifle here, as well as some kind of power glove that is harnessing power there. And then this stupid character called Rob from Robot. And it's because his head looks like a lamp, is reminding me the sidekick of Professor Giro from the DuckTales, from the Disney stories. That is the inventor character that has, I don't know the name in English, a lamp that is his sidekick, a small lamp. So this one is very similar to that, but in a bigger scale. And it seems like he's destroying Times Square here. And you can see there the Monstro King was being advertised, like in a cinema or theater or whatever. The Captain Fish, another stupid character. So this is a fish that is inside a bowl with half of it, less than half filled with water, and the bowl itself is the head of what it looks like an underwater suit for deep diving, right? And then it has a chain, and in the end of the chain there's the boat used like a whip or a throwing weapon, as you can see here. He is using that as a weapon. And he is destroying like the Brooklyn Bridge, or I don't know the name of the bridge. That's the name that comes to my mind. And he has a scar there in the nose, so it's strange. He has like a different color there, like he had like an horn there, and the horn was taken, and now he has a scar. Speaking of stupid characters, this game has the stupidest characters. I don't know. The King of Monster you can understand, but this one, like the sheriff. There's a tyrannosaur called the sheriff, dressed as a cowboy with a sheriff star, smaller for his head, cowboy hat, pistols, and he has like arms and hands that he could not hold a pistol. So it's so stupid. And then they could not come with King Kong again because that's an extra character that you need to buy. So they come up with Kong, who is destroying the Chrysler Building there. But this is like a albino King Kong with futuristic gloves that shine and have a glow there, some kind of power. And I don't understand this red star. Is this a Russian Kong or Chinese Kong? I don't get it, because it looks like it comes from the snow, and I don't understand the glasses as well. What are those arrows there? And then when it could not be worse, you have Mantis, the giant Mantis, which it seems like to be a robot because he has some robotic hinges there, and it's the body, or is it a mantis with an arm? No, the legs also have hinges. So, and you can see the inside here looks like a robot, and he is attacking Chinatown. You can see. Yep. Okay. So these are the six heroes that you can use. Then you also have the cards. Okay, the cards that look like this. And let's see them. The King of Queens. Oh, Queens is the neighborhood, right? It's this one here, Queens. And he's holding a sword. He seems like we sit on the iron throne, right? Yeah, so the King of Queens. Maybe that's something from Queens itself, but no, that seems like, is that like the structure of a building that collapsed, and he just bended it to look like a throne? The natural selection. Bulletproof. Oh, that's crab people. Crab people from South Park. Bulletproof, so you take less damage. The power tap. I don't know who are these guys. They just appear here now on the cards. He's getting power. Oh, the Chinatown regular, the Chinese dragon. Ding, 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 ding. The violent star. What is the violent star? Oh, because of the superstar. Deals 2 damage to the monster from whom you take the superstar, and deals 1 damage to the monster who takes the superstar from you. So it protects. If you steal from me, you take damage. And what is that? So that's like a spotlight that has the boss symbol there. So it's to call the Batman, but in a monster type of Batman. That's just what the superstar means. You become like whatever is called to fight the monsters. The hunter. He is attacking the army. What else? Chameleon, so he is hidden there. Subterranean cable. Being shocked. The power substation. Columbia University. Yes, the hat has been graduating. The Anisphere. Is this some kind of monument that you can find in New York? Climb the Empire State Building. If you get one of each, you gain two points and you take another turn. Wow, that's cool. That's a cool card. Flatiron Building. Yeah, we all know Flatiron is a building that exists there. So it's also part of the game. The Phoenix Blood. Extra head. You get an extra die. So this also existed on King of Tokyo. That's why you have the extra dice. The Towering Titan. He gives you 2 extra hits on your result. But costs 10. Broadway Star. Okay, so Broadway. The Shadow Double. Whenever you attack, you deal double damage. Woo! Powerful. Leveler. Super speed. There he goes. The Pain Bow. What's that? If you get this, if you get that. Oh, if you get 6, you win the game. 6. Antimatter pellets. It's very difficult to get 6 like that. It's super difficult. Antimatter pellets. Oh, the Air Force One as well. Ego Trip. Why is Ego? Because he's appearing on the screens. Oops. I just saw a bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge being destroyed by the Kraken. Stomp. Huge feet there. Regeneration. Of another world. This came from another world. And he is missing. And the army is still there. Okay. Still. The Yankee Stadium. Also destroyed. Curse. Terminal Rage. Sharpshooter. Okay, that's an interesting robot with 2 chain guns there. Photo op. Diva. Drink the Hudson. So he's drinking the river. Universal Soldier. Okay, so I understand the reference here. This is a reference for the Van Damme movie when he was called Universal Soldier. They had this thing on their eyes. I don't know why, to like a dashboard for them to see things. So head-up display. Hailing cabs. Holland Tunnel. Oh, yeah, somehow taking the cards out of the tunnel there. But how does it work? Is it like really like a tunnel that you can break? An artificial heart. Jinx Aura. Tesla Antennae. Okay, that's a robot. Fireball. So he's dressed like the Statue of Liberty. Subway. Riding the subway. Long neck. You only need 2 to destroy a jet. Okay, so that's the crappiest card. Just for the jets. Central Park. The mole coming out of Central Park. The Tesla Canyon. Oh, that's Cthulhu here. Drain. Take energy from the others. The trophy hunter. Oh, he has a portfolio and is holding the military cars that is if we fought or something. Okay, cool. Like a binder there. Tourist, yeah, the scavenger. Scavenger, that's Bumblebee from Transformers, right? Ah, he took an arm from the red one and put on himself. That's why he's a scavenger. The New York Marathon. Carapace. Overload. Cost zero. Oh, you get 40 immediately, but then you get one less every time you roll um, an energy card. Okay. Can opener. Opening the tank. The personal spotlight. Stinky attack. Stinky attack. Stink attack. Seismic ray. Bzzz. Coney Island, another landmark. General Ellis. The next stage. Fury, that seems like Hulk. Fury of Hulk. The web spinner. And the trash thrower. That was it. That was our trip to New York in King of New York. I hope you have enjoyed that to the point that you hit the like button and consider subscribing. I have lots of, if you like board games and card games in general, I truly believe that I have interesting content in the channel for you to take a look. So I hope to see you in the next videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.